welcome back to music class. It's Mrs. Rogers here with you again today. We're going to start with a review. Last week we talked about the steady beat of music and how that steady beat was like a heartbeat. Okay, your heartbeat, maybe it goes fast, maybe it goes slow, maybe it goes somewhere in the middle, but the beat stays the same through the song. It's consistent. That way the song makes sense. Then we talked about the rhythm changes with the words. As you sing, you change the rhythm of the sound and along with the words, or the instrument that's playing changes its rhythm. So we said the beat stays the same, but the rhythm changes with the words. And we practiced the beat stays the same and how the rhythm changes. Today we're going to look at how we can change the rhythm, or how we know by looking at the music what rhythm it wants us to play. Okay? In music there are short sounds or there are long sounds and every kind of value in between. So we're going to talk about note values. What is the note worth? How long do we hold the note? Okay, that's what a note value tells us. A lot like a value of a number you're looking at in math, okay? What is it worth? What is its value? The notes that we use in music also have value. How long or short do we hold them? So let's look at some. For some of you, this will be a review, so make sure you know by the end of the lesson today which one is which, okay? All right, here's our first one we're going to look at. This one is a whole note. It's the open oval kind of. It's kind of like a circle, but a little more squished. It's blank in the middle, just black on the outsides, nothing else around it. This one is a whole note. Whole note. The next one we're going to look at is about the same oval. But now it has a stem. That's what we call that. Think about a flower and its stem. You could see them either direction. The stem can go either way depending on which part of the music you write it on. Okay, but it's got the circle. It's still open in the middle with a stem. This one is a half note. Half note. Let's look at the third one today. Now this one is colored in, it's black and colored in, has a stem. This is a quarter note. Quarter note. All right, so there's three we're going to look at today. We might try to get one more in. Let's see how much time we have today. Let's talk about what they're worth. What is this note worth? How much value does it get? Well, this one's our whole note. Okay, and it's one of our longer sounds in music. It's worth 4 beats, 4 of our steady beats of the song. So we're going to use that inner voice we talked about, okay, our voices, different ways we can use our voice. Inner is our thinking voice. It's inside of our head. The whole note, we're going to give it 4 beats. We can count them in our head, okay? So it might sound like this. 1. Okay, I'm thinking all the other numbers, but I'm holding it out. It's a long sound. Here it is on the piano, a whole note. 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, I hold it down. It lasts for 4 beats. This is a whole note. Let's say, I'll say it, you repeat it to me. I say, whole note gets 4 beats. Whole note gets 4 beats. Okay? The next one we're going to look at is our half note. Half note. Okay? It gets 2 beats. 2 beats. Half note gets 2 beats. It's a little bit shorter than a whole note. It's half of a whole note, so half of the value, 2 beats. And it sounds like this. We'd say number 1, and we'll hold it just for 2. 1, 1. Here it is on the piano. 1, 2, 1, I just hold it down for 2 beats. Okay, 2 beats. Let's repeat after me. I say it, you say it back. Ready? Half note gets 2 beats. The half note gets 2 beats. That's our half note. All right, let's look at the third one for today. This is our quarter note. Remember, it's black and colored in, has a stem. Quarter note is a short sound in music. It's worth 1 beat, 1 of the steady beats, just 1, okay? So let's repeat that. I'll say it, you say it back. Quarter note gets 1 beat. The quarter note gets 1 beat. Listen to it like this on the piano. It just gets 1. Just 1 beat. It's a shorter sound in music. Let me show you all these note values with our Legos, okay? Help it make sense. Here is a whole note. Remember, it's the open oval, not colored in. 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 4 bumps on there. So that shows us that it gets 4 beats. It lasts the whole time, a whole note. So we say the number 1 and we hold it out for all 4 of these bumps. So it sounds like this. 1, 1. That's our whole note. Now, if I take my fancy, very sharp scissors here, and I cut my whole note into 2 pieces, okay? So here's a whole note. If I were to cut it in 2 pieces, now I would get a half note. The half note is the open circle with a stem, and it's worth 2 beats. 1, 2. So I say the number 1, and I hold it out. I use my inner voice to think number 2. 1, 1. Okay, now it takes 2 half notes to fill up the same space as a whole note. 2 of these makes the same as this one. So now to count these, I say 1, I think number 2. Then I say number 3, I say 3, and I hold it out and I think number 4. So it sounds like this. 1, 3, 1, 3. So I'm thinking in my head the number 2, and then I'm thinking in my head the number 4. That's how we count 2 half notes together. 1, 3, and my steady beat keeps going. Okay, so that shows us our half note. Now, if I take my handy dandy scissors and I cut my half note into 2 pieces, if I cut it again, cut this one in half to 2 pieces, now I'm going to get a quarter note. A quarter note. Look, it just gets 1 beat, has 1 bump on the top. So this is what my quarter note looks like. 1, 1. Now, if I fill up my little measure here with enough quarter notes, how many quarter notes does it take to fill up a whole note? How many quarter notes make a whole note? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's where the quarter note gets its name. Think about money. 4 quarters. 4 quarters make $1. 4 quarter notes make a whole note. They take up the same amount of time. Now, your steady beat now. Here's our steady beat. We're going to count each number. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how we count our quarter notes. Each one gets a steady beat number. Let's count them together. I'll say 1, 2, ready, go. You count to 4 with me, and we'll repeat it a couple times. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready, and stop. Great. So here's our note values that we're going to look at. Whole note, half note, quarter notes. How much time do they take up? How many beats do they take up? Now, they could go fast. We could count them fast. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready, and stop. They could go fast. Or in a slow song, they could go slow. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They could go slow, they could go fast, but they each only get one of those steady beats that we looked at.